YouTube, how's it going? The Goat House is
Bears.
back. Oh, boy. NFC North predictions. We're going through all the divisions. Yeah.
Should I just start us off?
With what? Your predictions?
Yeah,
We're doing the NFC North predictions right now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going division
Losing my
by division,
composure.
but today is the NFC North, one of the greatest divisions of all time. Junior Miles, would you like to start us off?
Sure, and look at Kirk Cousins. You're
All right. That's Junior's picks right there.
This is my predictions. Interesting enough, I'm not going to go 4-1 here. I'm going to go 1-4.
We skipped over so many things. I forgot to tell them to subscribe, to like.
Just subscribe if we're
And if
20K
you haven't-
subscriber goal. If you're watching this and we're past 20K,
we might be past
subscribe anyway.
Yeah, we don't know what
But
you're doing. Just
Also, we're going through all the divisions, not just
All
the
of
NFC North, and we got 3 guys here making
All
their
year.
predictions. So there's more than just Junior, but we have some predictions already on the channel.
Yeah, we got all the fellas here. We got Dan. We got Pigskin. We got Riz. We got myself.
Yeah, but I'm not making I already made my predictions.
Right,
Separate
right.
videos.
But we're all here. I'm just letting them know.
Okay, continue.
All right, I got the Bears repeating here. I don't know. I think that another year in the system, in the Nagy system, you're gonna see kind of some jumps. You're gonna see them. I'm gonna say get a little more interesting with the play calling, and
How much more interesting could you get?
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get pretty interesting here.
More trick plays?
Yeah, I think that you're
Plays
not even
Only.
1 year in the system, and they're already running some wild
They're
stuff.
going to throw Shaheen at quarterback and Akeem Hicks at wideout.
Love it.
and,
you're
gonna-
jump balls to
Where's
Bradley
Khalil Mack
Soul.
on offense? You're gonna see Mack make an offensive appearance. You can take that
He's
to
going
the
to play
bank.
right tackle.
You can take that to the bank. No, he's playing running
We saw it
back.
in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Mack
He didn't get the
getting,
ball.
He's getting the ball.
Yeah,
He's getting the ball. And then I got the Vikings here. I think that obviously Kirk Cousins, everyone was going to go out and bash him. I think that it was just I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I've seen what he's done. It was him learning a new system and kind of come in there with all this hype because he was paid so much. But I don't know. I think that the Vikings here stay healthy and take their jump, and Cousins finally. It's going to be hilarious because you're going to see so many of the fans that bashed him now they're going to be like, oh yeah, Kirk Cousins, because he's gonna have a year. I think that the Packers got better defensively. That's about it. It's just tough to predict where the Packers are going to fall because Aaron Rodgers has a glass collarbone, so it's pretty tough.
He was hurt. His leg was hurting last year.
Yeah,
Those are
he
glass
gets
knee.
hurt. Yeah, week 1, he gets hurt all the
Yeah,
time.
those injuries were preventing him from drinking that beer too. I don't know if you heard the article about that.
Well, he has acid reflux. That's why he couldn't chug it. And then I got Stafford and the Lions. Just yeah, we don't need to talk about the Lions
Why not?
Wow.
because our insider Mike from Michigan, he loves the Lions a lot, and I don't, and that's all I got.
Interesting.
Jesus. I think people are sleeping on the lines a little bit.
I think so too, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Well, I just also
you guys
want
ready?
before we go to Pete, I did run this in playoffpredictors.com.
That's my line. I ran it through playoffpredictors.com.
All
I
right.
want to see Pete's. I feel like Pete's trying
You
to.
know.
There's
You
Pete.
Hey,
Hey.
Swap of 1 and 2.
It's not too bad. It's
Yeah.
not too bad.
I-
You guys are
uh,
hating on the Packers and the Lions. Let's see if what Dan's got after Pete here.
Yeah. This is the one I had to spend the most time on. I was just like sitting here, just like,
This
what am
division you're
Did
talking
you use
about?
playoffpredictors.com?
I did not use playoff predictors.
You're talking about this division was the toughest one.
This is
what
the
you're saying?
toughest one for me to do.
I thought the last division was.
Because the AFC
AFC
North
North
and the
was
NFC
tough.
North were the hardest ones for me for sure. But I'm just like thinking about it. Like the Bears lost Fangio. I think that's a big deal. And they lost some key players. Thought Amos was pretty good. They did get Clinton Dix, who's a pretty solid player as well, but lost Bryce Callen. They got Buster Screen. I don't know how those players are gonna fit in the system, and it's gonna be. I don't know what Pagano's plans are. You guys probably know more than me, but
Pagano's got big plans.
keep
Pete.
it the same. I don't know.
Okay.
Is he gonna? I don't
right.
know what his plans
He's got a
are.
master plan.
Yeah, he got a master
I don't
plan.
know.
That's a big plan.
I don't know. So I don't know if the defense. I don't think is going to be the same as it was last year. I think that's what helped them so much. And usually this is where you see that, like if quarterbacks stop growing, like this is where it starts to haunt them. Like I saw it myself with Marcus. Like his second year was his best year, and then he's gone downhill. So I'm kind of thinking that with Trubisky.
This is his third year.
What?
This is his third year.
Trubisky, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Well,
what he's saying.
second full year, we'll give it. We'll give it.
Okay, but anyways, I think he's gonna get rattled a little bit here.
You think this is a make it break it year?
But I
for
think
him?
they're still gonna be a solid team.
Just
though.
didn't answer your question. Just got louder.
Yeah,
Just kept going.
I think they're going to be a solid team still. That's the reason why I kind of flipped it. I think the
Thanks,
Vikings got better on the offensive line. They're going to change some people around. They got Gary Kubiak, which is going to help them out. I thought Kirk played decent last year. Beginning of the year was a lot better for him. Thielen was going off. Diggs was playing really well. But then they just started to double those two, and then Cousins had no time to throw and no one to
His
throw
play
to.
kind of offset. It was like elite in the beginning of the year, and then it was just
Yeah.
terrible
Yeah.
at the end of the year. So then it kind of just splits down the middle.
And then they Rick got real creative with his cap situation over there and somehow kept the whole defense together. I don't know how, but he did that. So we already know their defense is really good. So I think they'll probably beat the Bears by one game, or it might even be just even, and they might just have a better. They might just win the tiebreaker somehow. So that's kind of where I'm at with those two, kind of interchangeable. The Packers. You always see like teams spend a lot in free agency, and sometimes it doesn't really work out. And I think that's kind of what's going to happen. And also, I'm not a big LaFleur believer, and I'm a Titans fan. He was our offensive coordinator, so I've experienced him, and I don't think he's anything special. Like everyone's trying to talk him up like he's the next Sean McVay, but I did not see it last year.
You experienced
He took-
him and his eyebrows?
took him
Took him 11 weeks to figure out Derrick Henry's the better running back of the two we had. So I don't know. It's just, and I think him and Rodgers are gonna just be kind of in disagreements. Yeah, and they're gonna be going at it. So I don't think it's gonna be good.
Going at it.
Yeah. I
Well,
don't think
LaFleur
I don't
did
think
tear his Achilles.
I don't think that's gonna be a good situation. That's why I have him at 3. I'm probably gonna get bashed for it.
That's okay.
But I think their defense did get better. That's for sure. But some Packers fans complain about Rodgers' weapons during the year, and then they don't do anything about it. And then in the offseason, they talk about how Aaron Jones is really great and Devontae Adams is really great, and they're fine. But I think Rodgers still needs some more help. So that's why they're at 3. Then the Lions, I think people are sleeping on the Lions. I think they definitely got better. Their defense is going to be pretty solid. Just really depends on Stafford here. And their offensive line's got to hold up as well. But I think they definitely have some weapons. They got Kerryon Johnson, Galladay, Marvin Jones. They picked up Amendola, so they have a pretty good unit on offense. Really dependent on Stafford, and then offensive line.
All right.
Damn.
Dan's predictions. Oh, one other thing I wanted to clear up, because Pete said you guys might know more than I do, or than you did. I want to make sure any new viewers don't think you're an idiot. You're referring to Junior and Danny because they're
Bears.
They're
fans.
Bears and
I'm
Steelers.
I'm not really looking. I'm not paying
so we
attention.
got new viewers. Not
I'm not-
everybody knows
Yeah,
that.
I'm not paying attention to the Bears OTAs and like what their defense looks like or anything like that. You guys probably pay
Right.
attention to that.
It looks
so.
pretty good so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you
Pagano
can't
has a good
big
plan.
You can't
Big
really
plans.
you can't really tell from OTAs. There's no pads on, but
Right,
I'm just saying I don't know if he's gonna like switch the scheme up or blitz more or do something different.
I'll discuss.
Yeah, okay.
I'll discuss.
All
Stay
right,
tuned,
there it
Pete.
is.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So I think the Packers and the Lions fans they're not gonna like you.
They're
you
gonna
guys.
eat us
That's
up.
okay. Well, they might like what I mean. Obviously, I'm a biased Bears fan, so if they don't like it, they can subscribe and get the hell out of here. Okay. So
But subscribe first.
hit the subscribe, but then yeah. But realistically, this division can finish the complete opposite. It could be Lions, Packers, Vikings, and Bears. It could be. It really depends on a few things. For the Bears' sake, it depends on Mitchell Trubisky. Pete, I agree with you. The Bears' defense probably is not going to be as good as what they were last year, but it's all going to be rested on Trubisky's shoulders. They got more weapons around him on offense. So, in my opinion, I think he's going to take another stride forward. So, he did it from year 1 to 2. There were some mistakes that he left out on the field that he could obviously correct, and I'm pretty confident that he's gonna correct those mistakes. I've been listening to the OTAs. Nagy's talking about he's on football. He was on football 101 last year. Now he's on football 202, meaning he's more advanced than what he was last year. He was reading things at the line and just reacting right away rather than looking for his third options and fourth options. So for me, I'm expecting Trubisky to make that jump. And it's if Bears are going to win the division or go far in the playoffs, it's all going to be on his shoulders. Because again, if he doesn't perform, the Vikings and the Packers and possibly even the Lions could swoop in there, and then the Bears would be SOL and out of luck there. But as far as the Packers, they got a lot better on defense, but as far as the offense, you just didn't see much. I know they got a really good lineman, and that's going to help protect Rodgers, but I just don't know.
He chugs a mean beer.
He does chug a mean beer. You know who doesn't, though?
You skipped the Vikings.
I know. Well, I kind of brushed on the Vikings. But Vikings can finish 1-2. That's going to rely on Kirk Cousins. If Kirk Cousins has a good year, it's going to either be Bears 1, Vikings 2, or Vikings 1, Bears 2. However, whoever's going to have the best year as a quarterback between those two, that's where you're going to see them line up 1 or 2.
It's kind of a hot take.
It is a hot take. But the Packers, again, Packers could weasel their way up to first place as well.
Weasel.
You know they like to weasel.
Yeah. So whichever team has the best quarterback play is finishing higher.
But as far
pretty
as
much,
if I'm doing it based on
It's a great
complete
hot
teams, I think as far as complete teams, Bears, Vikings, and Lions have the complete teams. Packers still have holes on their roster. So, and that's just not being a biased Bears fans. That's being honest.
That's stating a fact.
That's stating a fact. Yeah. They still got
Okay.
some. They got still got some holes. That's all I got. Bears.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah,
ask
I think
one
this
of
is like one of the tougher divisions.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I forgot one thing. Pete was talking about he didn't know what they were going to do for the defense. They're running the same exact scheme that Fangio ran last year with Chicago. Chuck Pagano and Fangio actually crossed paths in, I think it was Baltimore a couple years ago. So they talk the same lingo. But one thing that Pagano said that he was going to do is he was going to be more aggressive than Fangio ever was. So you're going to see more exotic looks. You're going to see more blitz packages. You're going to see Khalil Mack in different parts of that defense. So that's
punt returner,
obviously, yeah, punter, head
corner,
coach,
nickelback,
center.
But yeah, so you're going to see some things different. Again, I haven't seen them you will have to wait till preseason to see what exactly that's going to mean. Obviously, because there's no filming in OTAs, but that's the word on the street. So yeah.
Okay. My thoughts on the division. Yeah, I think this is the toughest division to predict. Really, I think like Danny said, I think the Lions can finish first, and it could be opposite of what is last year. I think anybody can finish first. Anybody can finish last. I really do think that. Depending on injuries and how quarterbacks play, I think you pretty much know what you're going to get from Rodgers and Stafford, really. I mean, they can be better than they were last year, but you have an idea. I think the Bears and the Vikings quarterbacks are the ones that you don't really know, and then who will stay healthy. I would kind of touched on that. The Packers weren't healthy last year. The Vikings seem to have some injuries here and there. Bears were super healthy last year. Can they be that healthy? But, yeah, I think people were sleeping on the Lions a little bit. I think they're pretty complete team. Another year with Patricia there. It's really on. I guess it's kind of on. You know what you're going to get from Stafford, but if he has a solid year last year, I think he was a little off. This team definitely can finish better than last, obviously. Some good defensive players, but very tough division. I think the biggest mistake people make, and especially with this division, they base too much off last year. I'm not saying I actually picked the Bears to win the division, but I think people that I'm not saying you guys are doing this either, but people that say the Bears won the division, because, and then you ask them why, it's because the defense was ridiculous last year. Very true. But then what were we saying at this time last year? The Vikings are going to win a division because that defense was ridiculous. So I think things change every year, and I'm not saying that those people are wrong. I picked the Bears to win a division too. But just 2 years ago, the Vikings were pretty dominant. Just a couple years ago, Rodgers was very dominant. We got a new look Lions with a pretty complete team, so it's a tough division to predict. My predictions are on the channel. I got final predictions coming eventually. These guys going division by division. Until we're through all the divisions, then they're going to make their playoffs and Super Bowl predictions. Can't wait for that. But we got more videos to get through. That's going to do it for this one. Please subscribe if you haven't quite yet. Daily sports videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.